In the Quran, Allah ascribes to himself 99 beautiful names. So how do we go about showing that Jesus Christ claimed to be God? Well, actually, this is real easy and simple. All we need to do is compare the names ascribed to Allah and then see what Jesus Christ said about himself. So let's start with Allah calling himself the truth in Surah chapter 22 verse 6. It says, "This is because Allah alone is the truth. He alone gives life to the dead, and He alone is capable of all things." So here once again Allah calls himself the truth. But if you look in John chapter 14 verse 6, Jesus told him, "I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." So Jesus claims to be the truth. So we have Allah claiming to be the truth, and then we have Jesus claiming that He is the truth. So Jesus Christ is claiming to be God. We'll also look at the one who is to resurrect the dead at the end of time. In Surah chapter 22 verse 7, it says, "And certainly the hour is coming, there is no doubt about it. Allah will surely resurrect those who are in the grave." So according to the Quran, Allah will resurrect those who are in the grave. But we also need to look at John chapter 5 verse 25 through 29. It says, "Truly I tell you, an hour is coming and is now here when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For just as the Father has life in himself, so also he has granted the Son to have life in himself. And he has granted him the right to pass judgment because he is the Son of Man. Do not be amazed at this, because a time is coming when all who are in the graves will hear his voice and come out. Those who have done good things to the resurrection of life, and those who have done wicked things to the resurrection of condemnation." Did you notice what it said? It said that Jesus says that he will resurrect the dead at the end of time. So once again, Allah says that he will resurrect the dead at the end of time, and Jesus says that he will resurrect the dead at the end of time. So once again, Jesus is claiming to be God. Now then, this is a personal favorite of mine. It's in Surah chapter 57 verse 3. It says, "He is the first, he is the last, the most high and the most near, and he has perfect knowledge of all things." So here we have in the Quran Allah claiming to be the first and the last. We need to look at Revelation chapter 1 verse 17 and 18. It says, "When I saw him, I fell at his feet like a dead man. He laid his right hand on me and said, 'Do not be afraid. I am the first, I am the last, I am the living one. I was dead, but look, I am alive forever and ever. I hold the keys of death and Hades.'" So we have Jesus saying that he is the first and the last. But just to be more clear, and that way Muslims can't make an excuse with regards to the speaker of this title, we can look in Revelation chapter 22 verse 12 through 16. It says, "Look, I am coming soon, and my reward is with me, to repay each person according to his work. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Blessed are those who wash their robes, so that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter the city gates. Outside are the dogs, the sorcerers, the sexually immoral, the murderers, the idolaters, and everyone who loves to practice falsehood." Notice verse 16. "I, Jesus, have sent my angel to attest these things to the churches. I am the root and descendant of David, the bright morning star." So Jesus says he's the speaker of this statement with regards to him calling himself the Alpha, the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. So Jesus says that he's the first and the last, and Allah says that he's the first and the last. So Jesus Christ, once again, is claiming to be God. Muslims, there's no way you can look at this with regards to comparing the names of Allah and what Jesus claims about himself and say with a straight face that Jesus Christ is not claiming to be God.